Hi. For the longest time in my life, I thought loneliness meant not having people around. But I had people around me. I had family, friends, conversations everywhere, noise. Yet somehow it still felt lonely. And I think that's because I did not have a safe space to, fully feel things. And every time something hurt me, I would just keep it inside me. I mean, there were moments where I wanted to express how I felt, but it was either dismissed, misunderstood, or people just simply didn't get it. After a point, constantly trying to explain things to people, it becomes exhausting. So instead of confronting people, you start just, swallowing your own emotions too. You tell to yourself that it's okay, it's not that serious, let's just move on. But emotions, they don't just go away just because you ignore them. They stay. They sit somewhere inside you, and one day you will feel this huge heaviness in your chest, and you don't even understand where that came from. And the scary part is, it was never sudden. It was years of, pretending to be okay, years of suppressing your emotions, years of not processing what hurt you properly, because you did not have emotional safety. And some people think that being strong means not letting yourself feel anything. But I don't think that's true. Because the real strength is in, letting yourself feel things and not judging yourself for it. Because I had one of those random days where all those emotions that I had ignored for years, which were never processed, came back all at once. And it just didn't hurt me mentally. It physically exhausted me too. Not to villainize anybody or, hate somebody, but the younger version of me was also meant to be hurt. And it was too intense. I had to sit there, letting it all in. I couldn't physically do anything. Just feel all those unprocessed emotions all at once. Maybe that's what healing actually is. Not trying to fix yourself overnight or turning into positive immediately, but sitting with your honesty for the first time, letting yourself feel things. And I know it's easier when you have another person to talk to. It feels comforting when you have somebody who can listen to you. And I really hope you find that person who listens to you gently, understands you without making you feel too much. But some people are not born to accommodate your emotions. And as painful as that realization is, you cannot hate them for it either. Because they were never taught to, understand deep emotions, or they were never taught the softness themselves. That doesn't make your feelings invalid. It just means you cannot hand over your emotional safety entirely to other person. You just have to let yourself feel it somehow. And you have to find ways to, feel it. It can be through writing, journaling, music, crying over it at 2 a.m., or recording a voice note that nobody has to listen. But you just have to feel it somehow. Because the moment you stop abandoning your emotions, you stop feeling emotionally alone all the times. And that's not because people will hurt you always, but that's because you need that softness on the days even when nobody understands you. So if you are feeling lonely right now, do not punish yourself for it. I mean, it's not because you're weak. Maybe that's because you're exhausted from carrying all the things alone for a really long time. And I genuinely hope you find that one person or people who make you feel understood, safe, and not too much. But until then, I hope you become that safe space for yourself too. This was in my heart for the longest time. Since the day I went through all those unprocessed emotions, I just wanted to make this video and I finally made it. See you next time. Until then, bye.